Hi, and welcome to our channel. My name is Tracy. Chloe and Banda aren't with me tonight, but I have something brand new to our channel. So if you're new, welcome. Thanks so much for checking us out. And if you're returning, thanks so much for being a part of our YouTube family. So Mindful Souls reached out to me and asked if I would like to unbox one of their boxes. And as a holistic healthcare specialist, I am a therapist. I believe body, mind, and spirit are what heals us. So I immediately said, yes, absolutely. I think this would be great. So I'm going to unbox this for you all and we'll see what they sent us. So I am big into mindfulness, which means helping my clients understand and helping myself and my family understand that we spend so much time thinking about what's to come or what has been that we often miss out on what is. And so mindfulness practice is a huge part of my therapy, of my life practice. I like to stay grounded, and so I want to see what they send us, and then maybe we'll do a little grounding exercise together. So when you open it up, okay, there it is. There is a little product card on top. And this goes over everything that's in the box. There is an insanely wonderful smell coming out of the box. All right, there's a little card, and this is just like a little card that you could display. And looks like another card. Oh, and on the back there's an affirmation for energy, and it says, every cell in my body vibrates with energy and health. So that is beautiful. That's a nice affirmation. I do work with my clients on affirmations. I feel like if we put our intentions out, we can manifest that for ourselves by simply having that positive affirmation and reminding ourselves. Okay, so here is a little sneak peek. Looks like a face mask and some nice little bags of goodies. So the first thing is by Beauty Treats, a rose water facial mask. And it says, radiant and moisturized skin can really change your day from dull and ordinary to one where you're beaming in self-confidence. This facial mask with rose water contains antioxidants and anti-inflammatory properties to cleanse and calm your skin. Okay, very nice. Now this is, yes, this is the source of the good smell. And this is by Aharo. And it is some incense. And I'm not always big on incense. It depends upon the scent. This does smell like something I could do. Sometimes the incense is a little strong for my migraines, but sometimes I can find some real good ones. So they're all packaged up. There we go. So there is that incense stick. That is it's a nice sweet scent. There could be some patchouli in there, which can cause problems with my migraines, but it seems like it's a very light patchouli scent. But there's a sweetness to that I don't normally find in incense, so I do really like that. All right, next we have the pouches. And all the pouches are just so pretty, and they're nice to keep things in. Ooh, let's see. There we go. That is absolutely gorgeous. This is the blue sandstone ring. All right, and I don't know if it's really picking up. There we go, the dazzle in there. And it does say that this is a man-made stone, and it reminds people of a galaxy of stars. Absolutely. It's believed to possess a range of metaphysical properties. Some claim it can improve mood, enhance vitality, and increase energy levels. It can also clear the mind and drive out negative emotions like anxiety and anger. And I could definitely see this as, this is a adjustable ring, by the way, but it does fit on me as is. I could definitely see this as something very pleasing to look at. Just the little, it does look like you're looking up at the stars. So that is absolutely gorgeous. Okay, let's see what is next. Oh, I'm seeing a chain. It's a necklace. Okay. Now this is absolutely lovely. Look at that scroll work on there. This is a black agate necklace. It says it's known to attract good fortune. Oh, I could use that. Increase concentration and clarity. This would be absolutely perfect for mindfulness meditations because you could wear it and it's so nice and smooth and cool too to the touch. So I do like that. I might use this for my mindfulness meditation. Let's see what else we have. All right, there's a lot to unbox in here. Like this is a little box, but there is a lot of really nice things in here. Oh, this is super pretty. So this is purple and white, and it's a rough Lepidite chunk. Let's see what it says about this. It says it helps overcome emotional and mental dependence, supports any addiction and complaint. It promotes independence, self-love, and confidence. And there's some nice, can you see that shine in there too? And it's got this nice rough texture. So I could definitely, like sometimes it's nice to have a smooth texture, but sometimes it's really nice to have a rough texture, particularly in grounding exercises, because touch is a huge part of that. And being grounded, being in the present moment, that can really help bring you back. It doesn't hurt, it's not sharp, but it's just more like bumpy. And sometimes that can be very nice to kind of bring you back to where you are. I love just having grounding objects to just feel when I'm doing some mindfulness exercises. Okay. Another bag here. Let's see what we have. Oh, look at that. And I like, there's like this little kind of tag that hangs too. So this is a beautiful purple stone and some purple beads with it. And it's got that nice adjustable, very nice. This is an Amethyst Druzy bracelet. And it's the stone of peace, it says. And it's about staying grounded and maintaining some higher spiritual perspective. It's said to help with natural stress relief. Yes. All right, let me take these off so that it's not getting in the way. See, I wore these today, and these beads are really, when I need to be grounded, I'll kind of rub on those throughout the day. And sometimes my mind does wander, particularly if I have to sit at the desk and do like a lot of paperwork. My mind will wander quite a bit. Absolutely gorgeous. I mean, even if you're not into the practice of mindfulness or grounding techniques, there's some beautiful jewelry in here, beautiful things just to look at, to display. And I have one more little bag. Let's see what this is. Oh, wait till you see this. This, look at, and I want to make sure that you can see this, so I'm going to put it. look at that sparkle. And on this side, can you see that little blue kind of sparkle right there? That just stands out to me, that if I were going to do a grounding exercise, that might be a really good focal point for me, to be able to just kind of focus on that and focus on the beautiful blue light that comes from that, to focus on how it shines through from the copper and the purple. So that is absolutely gorgeous. Oh, and there's a little bit of silver in there. This is the rough peacock copper, and it's the stone of happiness and joy. Absolutely. I mean, who can't look at that and feel a little happy? And it does look like, it does exactly look like peacock feathers. Look, fantastic. All right. So it also says about this that it brings a feeling of acceptance, that all is exactly as it should be and exactly as it is. So beautiful, beautiful, and a nice way to think about things. All right, so what I want to do is just share a grounding exercise with you. Now, it does say on here that it's important to cleanse and energize your crystals as soon as you obtain them. You can easily cleanse something with some smudging, some sage. That's a nice purifier. And again, it's about kind of just making sure that your intention, what you want, that you're putting that out into the world. And so what the stones are, they're a nice focusing point. So this is really, you can pray with these, kind of using this as your intention point. You can meditate with these, anything at all that you find helpful in grounding and being very present focused. So what I'm going to do is just kind of show you how I might use these in every day, and invite you to find your own practice of mindfulness and meditation throughout your own life, whatever that means for you. So with this particular stone, what I would do is I would definitely rub it like this, and I would think about the feeling of it in my hands, about the coolness of the stone, about the shininess. I would rub on the different scroll work and think about just the different bumps that are in there and how that feels on my skin. I would think about the chain on my neck and how that feels as I pull it forward a little bit. And I would imagine the stone focusing all of my energy on being in the here and now and attending to what I need to attend to in the moment, and not missing this moment, which is just as important as every other moment, but important because it's now. So that's one ritual I might do with this. And obviously, like, I would sit there and I would do some thinking on it, but you guys don't want to sit here and watch me think. So what I would do with this is also a great grounding technique here, because as I told you with my other bracelet, it has those beads that you can rub, and it also has, so you can't really see on this side. I'll take some pictures and put them up, but on this side it's rough, and on this side it's smooth. But I'll take some pictures and post them up for you. So rubbing on that, rubbing on the smooth side of the stone, rubbing on the rough side of the stone, and really thinking about kind of what's stressing me out. You know, maybe it's extra work or phone calls I need to make, but I don't have all the time that I need to make them. Today I had a call, I had called somebody back, and the person was quite rude to me. And, you know, like, I'm very particular. I make sure that if I get a call, that I call them back at my next available moment and offer them the next available appointment. But this person was very, very rude, unprofessional. And I work with, you know, I'm dealing with professionals. So it was a little anxiety provoking. I had to rub on my bracelet when I was done talking to him, just like, okay, it's all right. Like, you did your job. You did what you were supposed to do. This person just, you're not going to make everybody happy. So I would definitely use the stone in the center here, and I would even rub on both sides at the same time to really just focus on feeling less stress. And kind of the bumps on there really help you be very grounded because you're focusing on the feeling. Like oftentimes we do things like people will kind of like, you know, their necklace or whatever, and they're not really thinking about it. But in the practice of mindfulness and grounding, you really want to focus on the feeling of those rough stones to bring you here in the present rather than letting your mind go. Like my mind could go like, you know, what did I do wrong? Could I have called him back earlier? Blah, blah, blah. Like, but this is what is. This is when I had the opportunity. And so I'm going to just live in the moment, and I'm not going to worry about what I could have done or what I think I should have done, but rather here is the now. Here is what I'm doing, and I won't get caught up in that. So I think that can be great. And also, just as I'm walking around throughout the day, sometimes I just kind of rub on the bracelets because I hear a lot of chatter. Like I can't get through. Again, I have mentioned I work in a congregate living situation or setting. And so when I'm on the unit, there's a lot of people wanting my attention at the same time. And sometimes I need to just kind of rub the bracelet and say, okay, I'm going to talk to you and I'll get with you in a minute. And then while they're talking, I'll just kind of rub my bracelet to just keep myself focused on them and what I'm doing instead of all of the other voices that are wanting to be heard around me. So, and this could also be a great one for that as well. With this stone, again, like I said, I would really focus on that one blue fleck in there. And really picture that light coming out of there. And blue to me is a very calming feeling. It reminds me of the ocean, of like a beautiful blue ocean. And so for me, I would envision that light kind of just washing over me and helping me feel calm and happy and joyful. And I would feel that blue light just kind of come through. And then I would feel the warmth from the copper color. And to me, purple is just such a happy, fun color that I would feel then the joy from that color come in towards me. And this is just so lovely too. So with this, what I would do is I would just like rub on that, but I would also, again, purple always makes me feel like happiness. So some people like pink is that color. For me, it's purple. I think purple is just so fun. And just the word like purple, it's just a fun word to say. So I would definitely envision the purple from this stone and just think about like the color coming in towards me. There's some sparkle in here, some shine, some happiness, and I would focus on that. All right, and of course the incense I would burn and just kind of take in that scent. And the ring here, this is a great thing to just kind of gaze into and just trying to really take in all of the different sparkle. It's almost like looking at the night sky, a very calming night sky. I might envision hearing what I would hear at night, maybe hearing some of the frogs. We have a lot of frogs in our yard in the spring. So I would envision the song of the frogs. I would think about, as I look up in the night sky and I see the stars, how beautiful they are. Maybe a firefly floating by. And it's so smooth too. But I almost don't want to touch it because I just want to look at it. It's so pretty. All right. And during the day even, like again, sometimes during the day we just need the calmness and the still that the night brings and the quiet. And again, sometimes there's a lot of noise where I am. So this could really help kind of bring those thoughts of the still of the night, of the song of the frogs, of the fireflies floating by. So those are some different rituals that I might use with this just to help myself feel grounded. Again, these are great techniques for anybody. particularly if you feel a lot of stress in your life, because a lot of that stress comes from being very future focused or very past focused. So I hope you're able to use some of those with objects around you. Again, you don't need special objects, but this is a great box for finding some of those nice things to focus on. So thank you so much to all of you over there at Mindful Souls for thinking of me and sending me these beautiful, beautiful objects. I love them. And again, for some people, they're just collectors. And I mean, if my daughter finds this, I may never see it again. But if you were a collector of stones and crystals just for their beauty, I mean, you can't go wrong with these. And this one, the ring light, the camera isn't picking up the shine that's in here, but there is like a sparkle like crystals in there. So, and then the beautiful jewelry. All right, well, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Please consider hitting the like, subscribe, and the notification bell. Leave a comment down below. It does help a lot. And check out Mindful Souls. I'll have all of the information down below for you. All right, thanks so much, and hopefully I see you soon.